little bit late, but I broke a nail, so I had to fix it before I went live. So my bad. Anyway, so how is everybody today? How is everybody's Thanksgiving and all that fun stuff? Hopefully everything went well. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm tired. And reading when you're tired is probably not the smartest thing to do, but we're doing it. I was taking a nap and I wanted more of that nap. Ever had that happen? So today we are going to use the lovely Omens Tarot. Ta-da. It is a indie deck, so that means that, you know, an independent person came up with it all by herself and did all the conception art and everything. And she actually has a YouTube channel, but I don't remember it, so I will have to link it in the description box below. And then we will be the first, this will be the first time I'm using it, so we're gonna cut the cord. You don't want to cut it with me? You want to cut it with me? If I can get the scissors in there. Clip. So move that out the way, move that out the way. Alrighty, look at that. They're not in order because that's an Ace of Pentacles right there. It should be like the full card and stuff, but look how pretty. Look at the back. Look at the front. Ooh. So before we begin, as everybody knows, during live reads, I seldomly look at the chat. Very, very rarely, unless Fluff gives me some indicator that I need to look at it. And therefore, I don't do a whole lot of greeting. The reason I don't do that is because it draws my attention away from the reading and it puts my energy in another place, yada, yada, yada. Tarot has a lot to do with energy, so you get the point, right? Yeah. So if people pop in, my wonderful moderators, if you would be ever so kind to greet them. If they say hi to Jen, me specifically, just let them know that, you know, I'll get to them in the comment section. And that should alleviate a lot of people wondering why I'm not sitting there going, hi, 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 hi. But I'm grateful for everybody that shows up to my live streams. I'm grateful for everybody that watches, you know, at any point, whether it's live or otherwise. I just don't try to detour myself from what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Yep. There you go. So like I said, if my notification gang, if my wonderful moderators would be so kind as to just inform some people, because last time I did a live, there was some people that thought they were blocked because they weren't being greeted or said hello to, and I got comments about that in or DMs rather, not comments. And so I had to let them know that nobody was blocked. I just don't greet a whole lot during a reading because my energy is here. And rightfully so, right? You came here for a reading. You didn't really necessarily come here to hang out, or did you? Either way, there are going to be times where I will be sitting down and giving some information and advice pertaining to your sign or anything like that. And during those those particular periods, I'll be able to say hi and greet the chat and things like that. I know a lot of people really love it when the person hosting the live says hello to everybody. And I don't always do that. So if that makes you not like me, that's cool too. That's fine. But this is the way I run my channel. You can run yours differently. That's totally fine. There's no right and wrongs. There's no always and nevers. So with that being said, we're going to test out the lovely Omens Tarot and see what's going on for the sneak peek in December for the sign Aries. So if there's any Aries in the chat, this one will be for you. Alrighty. Well, I mean, it shuffles pretty good. It's actually got heavy cardstock. She did really good with this deck. It's that glossy, it's not the same thing that happened last time where, remember the Disney villains was sticking together and everything? And yeah, that one clumped up. That one, it wanted to be a chunky shuffle. Yeah, chunky shuffle. I can do the chunky shuffle. That one decided it wanted to fall on the table. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. You ready, Aries? Here we go. All right. Ooh, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Not in that particular order, by the way. But, so you've got a lot, Aries, you've got a lot of stuff going on in your head. And you're coming in an energy where you want to be grounded at. You think you're being strategic about this, and you're really not. You got the High Priestess of the Ace of Swords. Something, you know something to be true. You know when something is, you know the truth about something. You know when somebody's bullshitting. You know when, oops, we're not doing tarot after dark. I shouldn't be cussing. But you know when something's BS, and you've encountered some BS in the past, and there's something that has come to fruition, come to light, and you were right about it all along. If it hasn't happened yet, there's been something that's lingering in your thoughts, and you were right about it. Okay? And it is going to come into fruition. It is going to be known. It is going to be brought to the surface. And it's something that, it's one of those things where you're like, been a long time coming. And yeah, that is the direct message I'm getting from this one, is you knew all along. And it's definitely, it's something that's festered in your head. You're like, whether it's a person, whether it's, you know, I knew this person was lying, or I knew they were doing something that wasn't true. I knew that, you know, I know it, and just nobody's caught them. They're going to get caught, or they have been caught, and you're going to be able to kick back and go, ha. So whatever it is, if it's a person, if it's something that you're like, I just knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, well, whatever it was that you were festering on, just give it some time. If it hasn't, it looks like it probably already has happened, but if it hasn't, it will. All right, moving right along to my wonderful, beautiful Tauruses. Where are my Tauruses at? No. Do we have any Tauruses in the chat today? Do we know any Tauruses from anybody in the chat today? All right. All right. So I guess that means I'm stopping there, since the cards wanted to explode everywhere. All right. It's a new deck. It's a little slippery. It happens. Queen of Pentacles. All right. Someone's doing real well right now in their grounding. Ooh, Hierophant in reverse. Commitments in reverse. Seven of Swords. You know what? If this is in regards to a relationship, you're going to be just fine. It's a relationship that severed, a friendship that severed, a partnership that severed, or it could be something to do with legal. That I tend to say marriage because the Hierophant tends to be a card many associate with marriage, but when it's next to like the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, anything like that, I tend to go back and forth with the idea that it's probably a marriage, and or a strong committed thing, something you're committed to. And if that's the case, you know, even though it's not, the commitment's not there, somebody's not living up to their commitment. And if that is the case, then don't worry, you're going to be fine. You've got, you know, you're in the upright. You've got this wonderful Queen of Pentacles energy. You know what you're doing. You're very grounded. I mean, look at the way they depict her here is she's, you know, she's sitting there. She's holding her cat. She's got a very calm demeanor about her. She knows where she's going. She knows where she's come from. She knows the lessons learned. She's good with money. She's good with finance. She's good. Okay. So very grounding energy from Pentacles. And so the Seven of Swords in reverse, whatever the case may be, as far as, you know, this whole situation putting you upside down, or this whole situation being upside down, you're not worried about it anymore. You're not sitting there thinking about you know, am I really going to have to battle this one out? Am I really going to have to, there is no battle. It's going to be a very cut and dry thing. So even though this commitment is severing, it's severing in a way that's good for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes things fall apart so good things can fall together, and that might be the case that's happening here. So whatever situation that you may have felt like, am I going to be okay in this? Yes, you very much are. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that, Taurus. So, even in a bad situation, good messages can still come through. So we're going to keep it going, and we're going to pull a sneak peek for the month of December for our Geminis. Are there any Geminis in the chat? Or maybe you'll be watching it later, and this might be for you. And just so we all know, this is a general reading for the collective, and general readings mean that it may or may not resonate with you. It may mean that this is your message later. It may mean that it's your message today. It may be something that you want to check back on at another time, because you might sit there and say, this does not pertain to me. 2 weeks from now, it absolutely did. So keep it in mind. And also pay attention to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, as those pertain to this reading as well. 8 of Swords in reverse to the Emperor to the 10 of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. You are in control of the situation no matter how bad it seems. First and foremost, you have the Emperor in the upright. The Emperor, that's strong energy. Emperor in reverse is your big old narcissistic. But in the upright is you're in control. It's very grounding energy. It's very stern energy. So these are your type of people that are like, yeah, I'm not for everybody. I'm a little abrasive and I demand a lot. And I make things happen though. I'm in charge of my castle. And so right now, you're coming at this situation as a come what may. I know that bad things are always around. I know that bad thoughts are always around. I know that unexpected bills come up. I know that relationships fall apart. I know all this stuff. I know. And even though it's there and you do worry about it, you're trying not to worry about it. You're trying to sit there and go, that's fine. I don't have to fight every battle, because not every battle I want to give my energy to. Okay, no matter how bad it is. It might be something where it's like, you really should be tackling this. But you're like, no, I really don't want to. I don't want to, because if I get involved in this emotionally, if I allow it to live rent-free in my head, I am going to cave and concave into myself. And I don't want to do that. So you're holding it together. You're holding it together very strongly. You're holding it together in a way that you know best for yourself. 10 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Swords in the upright. And I just did a post on this not that long ago, a couple days ago. The 10 of Swords in the upright, that's always your worst part's over. Everybody always sees it as the sign of defeat and everything. But you know what? This is the end of a cycle. 10s are the end. It's a completion. Meaning that nothing can get worse from here. That's the end of the situation when it is in the reverse. 2 things. It can mean you're still battling it and you're going to continue to battle it, but you're almost there. When it's in the reverse, it can also mean it's not as bad as you think. Okay, I've seen that come out in readings where it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. And that's why it's in the reverse, because in the sense of defeat, you're not as defeated. There's the traditional meaning of the card, meaning like you're still in the battle. You're going to still be in the battle. Now, when that's paired with the Emperor card, it can mean, yeah, you're still in the battle, but you got this. Okay? So, to my wonderful Geminis, I say unto ye that whatever the case may be, you are very much wearing the coat of, I've got this, even if you're crumbling inside. And the thing is, because you know you've got this. And so the message I say to you is this: not everybody has to be so strong. Just because you are strong does not mean you have to be that strong all the time. It is okay to break. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to somewhat sit there and say, I may not have this, or I know I have this, but I want help. but I want to feel that I'm going to be okay. I want support. And that is okay too. Even kings needed people to help them. All right. So they had their people in line that, they needed in order to function, even every ruler has people that work with them in order to be a proper ruler. And so to that I say, don't be afraid to call on your team. A good leader is a leader because they know how to lead. And being a leader doesn't mean that you don't have a team. That's a bossy person, somebody who just dictates. Emperor energy in reverse can be very much that, a big bossy. But a true emperor, a true leader knows how to lead its pack in order to gain success, whatever that success may be. So to ye Gemini, I say lead with your pack. If you've got a wonderful group of people in your world, whether it could be your family, your friends, people at work, people at your job, whatever the case may be, lean on them a little bit. Let them do the things that they know how to do best in order to produce a more successful you. Makes sense? I bet it does. All right, moving along to Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I know a couple Cancers. Are they in the chat? Probably not. Alrighty. Ooh. Those came out right away. What is with this Ten of Swords in reverse? And I did shuffle the cards, thank you. That's Six of Wands in reverse too, so I'll take that because it stuck out. Empress to the Two of Wands and Ten of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands energy. Empress. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. You are so afraid to celebrate what you should be celebrating right now. You are so you've got this Empress energy and you got the Two of Wands here. Union, celebratory energy. And yet, and fast energy too, because wands are fires. They're fire signs. So you're so afraid to move onward, and you're so afraid that, if you move onward, you're going to miss something. What the biggest message I'm getting from this is, you ever met that person that refuses to get into a new relationship because they're still waiting on their ex? That's what I'm kind of getting from here. You're afraid to move forward. Sometimes we can feel guilty when we move beyond a relationship or a situation, a person, an event, anything like that. We get so worried that if we move forward from that door completely closes. And well, that might be the case. It may very well close, but there's nothing wrong with that because there is no, there's no coincidences in this world. So if a door closed on you, a relationship ended, an opportunity, moved onward from you, whatever the case may be, that's fine for you to celebrate what successes you did gain and obtain from it and move forward from there. It is okay to pat yourself on the back from a situation that you've overcome. It is okay to continue moving onward. Communicate with the universe that you're ready to move forward. Whatever the case may be, you might have just hit a peak or a valley in a situation and you want to move onward. Go ahead and put that out into the universe. Don't sit there in that stagnant energy of, well, I can't move forward. I don't deserve to move forward. I can't continue onward. I don't deserve to continue onward like this. It's we are not in charge of what the universe has planned for us to a point. If the universe has bigger, better things for you, then we need to move on to those bigger and better things and stop sitting there in our little stubborn energy thinking you have control. That's called ego. Let it go. Ego does not serve anybody, even though I often say that I hate that term. It doesn't serve me because everything serves you. You just may not like what it serves because sometimes it serves us lessons. Sometimes we don't like those lessons. I'm going to move on from this person because they're toxic and they don't serve me. They absolutely do serve you. They're teaching you what not to take from people. They're teaching you a lesson, whether you want to accept it or not. So in this case, I say to you, my wonderful Cancers, my wonderful little crabby crabs, it's okay for you to move on, to enjoy life, and to experience things abroad from what you were currently experiencing. Even if it was your fault something fell apart. Even if it was your fault it didn't continue onward. That's okay. Okay, you're not a bad person. You made some mistakes. It's called being human. And humans are full of flaws. Okay, nobody's above anybody else. We all bleed the same color. And at the end of the day, we're all going to end up either dust or in the ground. So you're no better than your fellow man. And your fellow man makes mistakes. And we all have. Whether people know about them or not. So I think the messages for Cancer have definitely come forward on that one. And if they haven't, feel free to message me at some point and we'll pull a few cards and get a little more deeper for you. All right, next will be our Leo gang. I know there's some Leos around. And that Leo energy has come up in a lot of readings. I had a lot of strength cards pop out in a reading recently. And that's a lot of Leo energy. So let's see. Okay. The Hanged Man in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, to the King of Cups. The Hanged Man. Everybody sits there and... Everybody, you've seen this card. It's a guy hanging upside down usually. Well, she's hanging upside down here. In reverse. Well, in the upright. Which she or he, because it's... Gender doesn't really exist in the tarot, just so everybody is aware. There is masculine and feminine energy, but no, they don't really care what's between anyone's legs in the tarot. Anything can come up. You can come up as a queen if you want to and be a guy. So when he, she, they, them, whoever come up as the Hanged Man in the upright, that means they're observing. That means they're kind of just hanging there. No real movements being made. In the reverse, they're getting ready to make movement now. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this, is you're ready to make movement on something that you weren't feeling very balanced in. Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're not balancing it too well. King of Cups. This could very well be a relationship that you're ready to move on from. And that's probably the strongest message that I'm getting from this, is you're coming into your understanding. You're coming into the strongest sense of your emotions on something. With that King of Cups energy, something that wasn't balanced, you are now balancing out. That could mean moving on from a relationship. That could be honestly mean gaining strength in the relationship to where you are now balanced. So from this, what I will say is, if you're in a relationship that wasn't balanced and you've decided to move on from it, around holidays, it's always difficult to leave a relationship because, number one, guilt. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to break up with someone around Christmas and have them spend Christmas alone, although it does happen, because we have some shady people that tend to have their little side hustles, and they'll move on and be with them because emotions are such an important thing, even though they're extremely subjective. But you'll have people that do that. But typically on the norm, people don't want to break up with someone during the holidays. It's a guilt thing. And right now, if that is you, if you're like, I'm in this relationship and I don't want to be in it because it's not balancing me out, it's not good for me, and I'm very strong about these emotions, then you've done the homework, you've made the wise decision for yourself, and you need to go ahead and move forward with that energy, because it's showing me that that is the decision that's best for you. Let me pull one more card for clarity. Page of Wands. Yeah, the energy that you had in this relationship wasn't really going anywhere. Communication, desire wasn't quite there. It's at a stagnation, and you're very sure of what you're doing going forward, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because if communication isn't happening, if, you know, passion isn't there, if attraction isn't there, those are pretty important things in a relationship. And that's something that, you know, if it's important to you and it's important in you having it's an important quality in the relationship, and you don't have that, then yeah, it's going to hinder things, and you're going to end up being very stagnant. So the best thing to do is, if it's best for you, it's probably going to be best for them as well. They may not see it right away, but they will see it. They will see it eventually. You know, you're basically freeing them up to find someone that truly loves them the way they deserve to be loved, and likewise for yourself. If this is a situation, same principles go. It's just, you know, we're taking out the relationship quality and just adding in opportunity, you know, friendship, whatever the case may be. Freeing up that past energy in order to move forward is a great thing. But do it with finesse. Do it with, you know, the idea of putting good into your pathway, and not sitting there trying to be malicious or anything like that. All right? All right, Virgos. I'm with a Virgo. I know some Virgos, but are there any more Virgos out there? Let's see what we got as a sneak peek for December for our wonderful Virgos. Virgos have been having good readings lately, at least from what I can tell. Alrighty. Six of Wands reversed, Two of Wands in the upright, and the Five of Swords in the reverse. So, the message that I'm getting from this is you haven't had a lot of forward movement in something. There hasn't, like, there's been some halt to things in your past. Going forward, you know, you're not really seeing that we can, you know, you're not really seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, even though you know it's there. All right. You got that wonderful Two of Wands energy right there. You have a lot to celebrate in your life. You have a lot to feel good about, but you're resistant. You're hesitant. You know, you got that Five of Swords energy in reverse. Let me pull a few more. This, just to be sure. Ooh, Ace of Cups. New relationships, new energies, anything like that. So you got that Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Those of you that are in new relationships or going into new relationships, that is the best course of action for you. Sometimes it can mean I'm in a relationship and I need to breathe new life into it. Okay, with that Ace of Cups. But Ace of Cups is new, brand new opportunity. But because it's a cup, it's emotional. So that has to do with your emotions. That has to do with, you know, things that you feel. And this is telling me that if you're currently in a relationship that is being very rocky right now, you're denying yourself new opportunity. Okay? And it's telling you that. It's telling you, like, there is opportunity out there for you. If you're staying in a rut job that you are not passionate about, there is new opportunity out there, and it is waiting for you. It's very clear right here. But you're going to stay stuck in this because you're like, no, this is what I asked for, right? And when I get readings like this, It's like I want to do a full spread for you because I want to show you like staying in something just for the sake of staying in it. Because with Virgos, you guys are wonderful mutable signs. So there's 3 modes in astrology, basically the 3 personality traits of all astrology signs. Are known as cardinal signs, fixed signs, and mutable signs. Mutables are your Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So they're very fluid. They have circulating energy. They can kind of move and flow into everything. And they're adaptive, and those signs can do a lot. But they can, depending on where your other big 3s are, where your moon and ascending are, you could very much have fixed energy, and that's what I'm getting from this. So if you've got some fixed energy in your chart, you know, that Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarian energy, then you're going to find yourself knowing you can move forward, knowing you have the energy to move forward, the ability to move forward, but you're staying fixed in your energy. Because commitments are something that's big to a Virgo. When they get involved in something, when they commit to something, they don't like giving it up too easy. And that can be a problem sometimes, because that means we can be staying in a situation, relationship situation. We'll just stick with situation. Take it as it will. Because we feel like it, because we feel that that is what we committed to, and we don't want to disengage from a commitment. It has nothing to do with the relationship in itself, the situation in itself. It actually has to do with a lot of ego saying, I said I would do it, so I'm gonna do it because I don't want to look like a fool. And that is the energy I'm getting from this. You will deny yourself the best opportunity out there because you're going to stay fixated on something because you committed to it. And Virgo, don't do that to yourself. There's a reason why you guys you have that ebb and flow and you can move and adapt so well. And it is because you have all those qualities, and you're not supposed to stay stuck in your own stagnant energy. You're not supposed to, you're drinking cement hoping to be able to fly, and you don't want to do that. And that's what you're doing. That's what this is telling me. And no, that's not any of your qualities. If it doesn't feel right, it ain't right, So think about what it is you're doing. What advice would you give to yourself if yourself had come up to you and asked for advice in this situation? You'd be telling them the same thing I'm telling you, probably different verbiage, but you'd be saying it. Anyway, but if you're also in a situation where you're like, no, that's not totally me, what I'm going to tell you is you can't, because you're a mutable sign, you can breathe new energy into things. But is it the best situation and best course for you? Think about that, okay? Next up is our wonderful Libras. Libra. Sometimes, Virgos, you just need to go out with a bang. Take that as it resonates, but you need to do it. Stop sitting there. You won't get gray hair messing with that type of stuff. All right, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, King of Wands in the upright, 3 of Pentacles. All right, working together, doing okay. Ace of Pentacles. So in the reverse, the King of Wands in the upright. King of Wands, that's real flashy, dominant energy. That is, I know that I'm all that, and I know, and I like, those are your very like vain people. That's something you're like, I know what I'm doing. Yes, I see you. But with your Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're sitting there going, you know what? Even though that situation didn't work out, Libras can be a little bit vain sometimes, but even though that didn't work out for me, I know that I'm better than that. Okay, Even though this opportunity that I really wanted didn't come into fruition, that's fine. Because I know that I'm worthy of much more, even though this was something you really wanted, and we won't tell anybody because, you know, we won't let people know that you didn't get what you wanted. All right, that's fine. But this energy, this King of Wands cracks me up. I love them, but they're the good looking, kind of vain, but you know, that's fine. You work out a lot, you got the six-pack going, you tan it up and all that. You're one of those types. But in the workplace, this can also mean somebody that's like, I've got my degrees, I know what I'm doing, and it's very dominant. It's not, you know, it's a very strong energy. So you're like, oh, you know, that didn't work out for me, but that's okay, because you got this wonderful Three of Pentacles energy too. So, you know, you're like, I may not have gotten what I wanted that time, but I'm gonna go forward and find the one that I do want. So to which I say with Libra, this is very fun energy. This is not the typical stuff I see from a Libra tip, you know, on the normal. But right now you're just like, you know what, this is freeing me up so I can have more fun time to do the stuff that I really want to do. Maybe a commitment ended in the workplace that you're like, a job lost or whatever, and you're like, it ain't no thing to me because I don't care. I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna go do, I might not be getting what I want, but I'm gonna be doing what I want to do. And to that, I say that's awesome. And that's definitely a message that, you know, I think we all can, you know, eliminate from. We can all take in and earn that glow from. And that's some pretty shiny, fancy energy from you there, Libra. And I think that carry that through in the month of December. Definitely hold on to that one because that's some pretty good energy to hold on to. All right, next is our wonderful Scorpions. All right, our Scorpio gang. So we just came out of Scorpio season. We are into full-blown Saggy season. But Scorpios did have a pretty good season that just passed by. I mean, not too bad, right? Not too bad. Came out of that retrograde, went into, you know, straight Scorpio season. And, you know, last year Scorpio season wasn't so great, but this year seems to have been a good one. Plop. All right. Huh. Alrighty, ready. I wish I could take a picture of this one. Okay, so envision it with me. Ten of Swords in reverse. Remember we talked about that one? Seven of Wands in reverse. And these two came out together. She got to read them together, all right? Hierophant in reverse to the King of Cups. There's a couple of messages from this I get. Ten of Swords in reverse means you're still involved in something that is really making, it's a make or break situation for you, okay? The communication, the forward movement, those things that you're looking for on it aren't really going forward the way you want to. Hierophant in reverse to the King of Cups. Hierophant is a Hierophant is, in layman's terms, it's like a priest. So when we see this card pop up, it's usually, we dictate it as like spiritual commitments, things like that. So marriages, stuff like that. Now, when you see the Hierophant in the reverse next to the King of Cups, that is strong energy. That is strong emotional energy, being sure on something. If I was to look at this, there's marriage talk. And this Scorpio is unsure of what to do. And a commitment, a spiritual commitment. Are you currently engaged? Are you planning on popping the question and you're unsure of it? Are you getting ready to take that walk down the aisle and you don't know what to do? Because that is what I'm getting from this. A lot of, I don't know what to do. But your King of Cups energy is in the upright. And there is something you do feel very strong about. And it's just, maybe it's not happening the way you want it to. And if that is the case, I am going to pull another card for you because I'm curious at this point. The Emperor card. Believe it or not. Okay, so you've got the Emperor card. That is strong. Like, that is your... Think of it as like a dad in this situation. This is that strong, like, listen to me, you know, energy next to the Nine of Pentacles, which means stability, finances, things like that. The thing is, this person is like, I know that I want to do this the right way. And I know that I want certain things in this world, and I'm not ready to bypass the way that I want things done for the sake of making a premature judgment call. That's fine. That is fine to do that. But when I go back and I look at the first two cards that fell, we make strong commitments. We make strong decisions because we're kind of told the way things are supposed to be. We're always told how fairy tales end, right? That happily ever after thing. But you need to remember what your happily ever after is. And it's not something as simple as a Xeroxed copy that applies to everybody. Your happiness is yours. And if you're going to go by the book, you'll miss your happiness because those pages weren't written for you. Those pages were written for the masses. So if you're going to do the consensus of, you know, this is what happily ever after is supposed to be, right? I have to do it like this. Otherwise it's not proper or it's not right. Then you're going to find yourself living through the eyes and heart of everyone else but you. And sometimes we have to make decisions that are beneficial to us. And if those decisions are head over heart, they can be very, very difficult. But you know what you're dead set on and you know what you want. That Nine of Pentacles energy to the Emperor energy would definitely be the advice of giving you to do what's best for you. Do what is proper, but do it what is proper to you. Do what is financially settling to you. And do what actually brings fruition into your life. Don't just feed the emotions, because emotions are subjective. I could feel amazing about something today and totally regret that decision tomorrow. So it's possible. We do that all the time, right? You know, if our emotions are leading the way and it felt good at the time. I jumped off the bridge and broke my neck, but I mean, it felt good at the time. It sounded like a good idea. I mean, I got all the views on YouTube, right? Yeah, but you got a broken neck, you can never walk again. Oh, that's okay because I got the views, right? What good is money if you can't enjoy it? So what good is the proper in a situation if it doesn't apply to you? If it's not valuable in this situation, figure out where your value is. And that is what I'm getting from this is the phrase, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. The paycheck has to be worth the effort. Everything has to be worth it to you, but at the same time, the specification is to you, not to the entire world. So somebody might come in and say, well, if you do this, you know, you're a fool. And to me, I would say, well, there ain't nothing wrong with being a fool. That's just somebody who hasn't done something before. That doesn't mean they're bad at it. It just means they've never done it before. And ain't nothing wrong with being a first timer on anything. But do what's right for you. Stop reading into it so deep that you'll sabotage your own success. Okay? And to that I say also, enjoy being happy. Because happiness isn't a bad sweater or a string of pearls or something that you didn't want and you can return to the store. Happiness is something that presents itself in special situations, in intricate circumstances, and times that we need them. And if you deny yourself the ability to absorb that happiness, some things in life we just end up having to regret. And you don't want to have to regret missing your happiness. Okay? Well, that was heavy. So let's go on to the Saggies. All right? So here we are into Saggy season. This is all your time. All that wonderful transition and everything. All that winter transition. Ooh, sorry, my hair's getting all over my nose, itching. Tower card in reverse. 7 of Cups. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. So someone didn't come through on their end, huh? Or they decided they wanted more options in the world. Somebody decided that they wanted to explore more options. And so when the tower is in the upright, you see this wonderful building that's felt like, you know, all this lightning and stuff and falling apart, you know. This literally means, kind of like the Death card, it means changes. It means how, when something, like what I've been saying, when something falls apart, something will fall together. It literally brings stuff down to a new platform, a new, you know, a new foundation so that you can rebuild upon. But that dark night of the soul stuff, that stuff sucks. And that's definitely what the Tower card represents, is you're going through some stuff and, you know, it sucks and it's going to be you buckle up because it's going to be a really hard ride, but you got it in the reverse. So the Tower card in reverse can literally mean your tower fell. Now is the time to rebuild. And with your 7 of Cups options, you got to pick and choose what you want. And Knight of Cups in reverse meaning not going forward with your feelings, not going forward, making movement where you need to be making that movement. So you're going to miss your boat screwing around, waiting for the right thing all the time, okay? You're always waiting for, okay, well, I can't do that because I've been burnt so bad in the past that I can't do this. I can't enjoy this. I can't ask this person out. I can't take on that endeavor. I can't, you know, I can't because, or I won't because I want to do things strategically. Opportunity is there and you're going to miss your opportunity because some bad negative juju in the past really, really stuck with you. So let's find out why. I mean, you have the Hermit in reverse. You thought you knew. You thought you knew better. See, the Hermit card, that's that card with that guy with the lantern. He's just standing there and he's watching and he's older. That's somebody that's wise. That is somebody who sat there and was like, oh no, I keep myself away because I watch everything. I don't get involved. I just watch. When he's in the reverse, he's not watching anymore. And, you know, you're not stupid because you didn't see the bad stuff coming, okay? You're not, you know, don't get mad at yourself because bad things happen. They happen to people with the best of intentions. They happen to those of us who are smart. They happen to those of us who are wise. It happens to, bad stuff happens. If you had good all the time, it's gluttonous. And you can't experience life with everything on it. Well, some can experience life on a silver platter, but some of us aren't that lucky. Even the silver platter people have bad days, though. So you couldn't have seen it coming, but, you know, don't get mad at yourself. Don't not move forward because of one or, you know, however many slip-ups in your life, however many times you've been burned. You know what? You still got, fire's still going to exist. You still need it in the world. So you might as well sit there and say, all right, I know that's fire. I know it can burn. but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to let it light up my life. Okay? So use fire advantageously. Don't sit there and get mad at yourself or stall yourself or sabotage yourself because your past whatever didn't happen the way you wanted it to. That job, that person, that friendship, that relationship, that situation. All right? Move forward and pick things that are good for you. Don't pick things that are good for the collective. Pick what's good for you. Pick what's going to be, you know, stuff that you're going to be able to work with and deal with and live with, all right? Don't worry about all these other people and their crap. So, with that being said, Saggy, take it upon yourself to get back out there and enjoy yourself and make good choices. Just make good choices. That's the wonderful thing in this world is we have free will and we don't know what to do with it most of the time. The freedom of choice is one of the few freedoms we even really have anymore, so you might as well use it. All right? On to Capricorn. Hey, we're almost done with this reading. We're only, what, 50 minutes in. All righty. All right, Capricorn. Queen of Swords reverse. And the Eight of Swords fell on its side. I'm going to keep it there and see how this plays out. Queen of Swords in reverse. You know, your words can manifest things that... Hold on. We'll walk you through this one. Four of Wands in reverse on the bottom. The Queen of Wands. There is a king and a queen of Wands in the tarot. If we didn't know, now you do. The Queen of Swords... I said wands, I meant swords. The Queen of Swords, I love her to death. The King and Queen of Swords are my favorite couple in the entire tarot. And the reason I love them is they are sharp with their tongue. Don't take that the wrong way. They're sharp with their tongue, meaning, and that's where that sword energy comes in, meaning that they may not, it's not mom and dad energy. I may not say what you want to hear, but I'm saying what you need to hear. That's them. The reason why is they've been to battle, they've been there and done that, and they're going to give you that advice that you need to understand is good for you. You know, that kind of like, you know, and your mom says you really shouldn't be going out on Saturday when it's -20 outside because you're probably going to freeze to death, but you're over there with your high heels on and the little black dress and all that, and you're like, I'm going out, and then you get the flu because you went out in your little black dress and you forgot your coat because I don't look good with that and all this other thing. Anyway, so this very maternal energy, this very dominant female energy or feminine energy is one of those that, you know, she's very sure-footed. Now, when she's in the reverse, I know this is the daytime tarot, we're not supposed to cuss, but she's a bitch. This is bitch energy right here. I don't care what I tell you. You're going to hear it, and you're going to hear what the hell I have to say, and oh my God, you know, she's just going to give it to you. That's the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's one of those, thou hast manifested thine bitch, and you probably deserved it. So, Eight of Swords in this on its side, I'm going to take that as you're coming at, you have some real strong thoughts on somebody, and you're just like, I don't care what anyone says or what anyone thinks. I'm putting this out there because this is what I want. You got the Magician card right here, and the Magician card is one of those is like, I will manifest what I need to manifest in this world. And Queen of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse on the side, could be good or bad energy. You know, that could be, you know, we'll take it either way. To the Magician, meaning that I'm going to say it, I'm just putting it out there. I'm coming out like this, and I will deal with whatever the consequences are, but it is very important to you that you got this out the way you did. And hey, you know, let me pull one more just because I'm curious to see how this goes. And it's funny because I'm a Capricorn, and That's very much how I am. I am very much a, oh, you didn't like what I had to say? Well, then don't join my fan club. Don't come near me if you don't like the way I talk. I'm not for everybody, and I'm very loud and proud about that. And I will tell you, either way, you in my life or you out of my life, I am still living my life. So, big deal. If you don't like it, bye. Nobody made you stay. You are not shackled nor cemented to anything or anybody. And so when people come at me and do that whole like, oh, well, I don't like you. That's nice. Did you want a cookie? Did you want a prize or something? Like, what is that? A lot of people don't like me. So then I get people that absolutely adore me. I don't really have a lot of gray area. I have a lot of like, I love you and or I hate you. I don't really care either one. Love me or hate me, I don't give a shit. Just as long as you do something with me. And with this magician, like that magician card just lets me know that no matter what does come out of it, you can handle it. And then you've got this wonderful Eight of Cups, that actually brings forward a lot of emotional opportunity and a lot of emotional strength. So, you know what? To that, I say to this Capricorn person who I am speaking to right now, you know your energy. You know that your tongue can get you involved in some pretty muggy stuff sometime. But you know what? You've been using your mouth so well, your voice so well, that in your life that you know what, you're just going to be able, you've always been able to handle yourself coming in or out of it. I am going to stop right now. Thank you, Capricorn, because it's getting a little, yeah. Aquarius. Lord, Capricorn gonna be making me lose my G rating today. It's always fiery with us Cappies. It really is. And I do have fire in my chart. And so yeah. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius cycles. You got the World card, King of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords. So you're in proper alignment with whatever cycle that you're in, opportunity, things like that. But King of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. You know what? Sometimes we sabotage our own success. And sometimes we find ourselves not being able to understand things completely. And then because we don't understand it, we don't go forward with it. We don't allow it. We don't let it flow. And when we don't let things flow, we're not getting the best opportunity or potential out of it. So in this situation, what I'm going to tell you is everything might look bad, but it's telling me that a bad situation is putting you in line for a good one. You got to go through the darkness to get to the light in this case. You got to endure the storm for the rainbow here. And because you're not understanding that, you're putting up so much resistance, you're going to keep repeating that cycle until you allow it to happen. So if you're involved in a relationship or situation, we're just going to say situation, where things are just, why does this keep happening? Why do I not have can just pull the Seven of Cups in reverse? Why am I not getting all the opportunities that I want? Why am I not, experiencing the things that I need to, or I want to be experiencing? Why are you letting so damn much ego in? You can't sit there and hang on. I got this. Now, I like peanut butter, but I also like ketchup. And if I'm making a sandwich, I'm probably not going to put those two things together and call it delicious. I probably won't. And in this situation, you're like, but I got peanut butter and I got ketchup and I'm going to make a sandwich and I'm going to wonder why I keep throwing up all the time because this is nasty. Stop doing the things that you're doing and situations will stop happening the way they're happening. Okay, that's just the basic law of manifestation. Is if we continue doing things the way we do them and repeating them, we will continue getting the same outcomes. And if we don't want those outcomes, then why don't we stop? All you gotta do is stop doing one thing out of that whole rotation, and you change the rotation. But right now, you're in line for a greater success, but because you keep saying, no, I'm going to mix peanut butter and ketchup because that's what I like these two things, ignoring the fact that you don't like them together, you're going to end up repeating until you figure out, I probably shouldn't put those two together. You know, I had other things. I had jelly. I thought, oh, well, red is red and both ketchup and strawberry are fruits. I can intermingle them. No, you can't. You can't. Unless you really like peanut butter and ketchup, but very few do. So to this I say to you, my wonderful Aquarian gang, get out of your head a little bit, get out of your ego a lot, and let the universe do what it needs to do. If that means that you're going to have to chew and finish this dang sandwich that you made because you started off with it, then you will. You're just going to have to finish it. And then don't make another one. Simple as that. So in that bad relationship, in that bad work environment, whatever it is, finish your commitments and move onward from them. Stop sitting there trying to change it. If it's meant to change, it's going to change. If it's not, it won't. And you're not going to be able to do that by sitting there continually making the same sandwich. All right? Off we go. Pisces. Yeah, we're at the hour mark. And we're already at Pisces. Alrighty. Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and Three of Cups. Ooh, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. New opportunity. You know, a good, strong opportunity. Something that is, and I want to say this is almost, because you got this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is something that's empowering. It's really, but it's that grounding energy, that kind of tangible energy. So it tends to lean towards finance more than anything. But it can also mean, you know, in the home, you know, things that you're rooted in and stuff like that. You got the Ace of Cups to the Three of Cups. Two stories here. The Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups could mean that, you know, this new situation, relationship, job, things that you're passionate about has enriched you so much, and now you're in this very celebratory energy. And who doesn't love that, especially this time of the year? The thing, you know, you got new things coming in that are enriching you and making it to where you are just like becoming more emotionally fulfilled, and you're enjoying space with others and things like that. You're partying it up. But it can also mean to be weary of secondary parties involved in things. So I will say, if you're in a relationship and you got a best friend that likes to hang out a lot and really likes to hang out with your new guy, your new girl, whatever, keep an eye on that. Because not everybody that we party with deserves to drink from our cup. All right? Yeah, and you got that devil energy. Don't party too much. Don't party too much. Okay, new Three of Cups, devil energy. Devil energy can be addicting energy. It usually often is addicting energy. So when you have that with the Three of Cups, that can also be sexual energy. Like I said, keep your mind focused. Keep your eyes aware, okay? Keep your eyes open. If you're partying it up with your friend a whole lot and she's hanging out with your guy a whole lot, you better nip that in the bud. Because I had that happen before, and it ain't fun, because your friend's supposed to have your back. That's supposed to be your wingman, but they're not supposed to have your back behind your back, if that makes sense. Okay? So also, if you've got new opportunities, you got a new job, maybe you're partying it out with some of your co-workers now and everything because you got a new job. I got this new opportunity. I got this, you know, I'm feeling really, really good. People sometimes have alternative motives. Okay, so just be, look at that devil card though. Isn't that cute? Not to detour the reading at all, but just pay attention to yourself. Make good choices. I cannot stress this enough. Make good choices. If you don't know people too well, don't get, you know, messy face drunk with your new coworkers. Then they show up at work and go, did you know such and such can't handle her booze and blah, 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 blah. And now you become the laughing stock and haha, it's funny. But do you really want to present that foot forward in a brand new work environment? Maybe you do, but probably not. Okay. Give it some time. Okay. You don't want people getting the wrong opinion of you. I won't even say a bad opinion of you, the wrong one. All right. You might be that fun-loving person that likes to enjoy beverages after work and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with it. But if you're the type of person who, you know, that's truly not you and it just happened one time, then yeah, you know, you might want to just pay attention to the way you're presenting yourself. Okay. Because we want people to have the proper presentation of us and not the wrong one. Sound right? All right, cool. So those are the messages for the wonderful signs that I have this week. I'm going to try to make it a point. It seems that Mondays have been a pretty good day to go live. I'm still trying to figure out the time, but it seems like Mondays are pretty good. What do you think? Let me know down below. And what times? Because last week I did it a little earlier. Today I did it at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard, which is 6 p.m. Eastern, for those that don't know. And it seemed that it worked okay. So before I used to do early morning reads. I do like, you know, the 7 a.m. readings. I do them before work. And then I would do a tarot after dark, which was the more fun things. I brought out random oracle decks, stuff like that. And see, those ones were my heavy hitters. And they would go well, but a lot of my wonderful paranormal people tend to go live in the evenings and I don't want to keep anybody up too late. So I might do some tarot after dark on the weekend at some point. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that doesn't mean you guys can't catch the rewatches and stuff like that. So I always have to remember that. I'm just trying to be accommodating to everybody. And yeah, so it's an indie deck. I don't remember the name of the chick that made it, but she's really cool. It just took forever for this to get to me. Like, I believe it was 6 weeks was the turnaround for receiving this deck. So if this is a deck, I mean, I'm not saying that's her standard or anything. I know she owns and operates out of her own home and stuff like that. But 6 weeks is, you know, it was like a rough turnaround to receive something. And so I will leave her link to where you can purchase this deck in the description box below. It's a very beautiful deck. It's a great weight. It's a standard tarot size and everything. And I totally like it. I think it's adorable. I like the pinks and blacks. And like I said, she has a YouTube channel too. And you can watch her draw out some of the cards on there. She did it on her iPad. And it was really cool watching her create some of the cards. And real sweet girl. Totally love her. And yeah, so it's a really cool deck. If you're patient, it's worth the wait. It really is. The pricing on it, I don't remember what it was. So yeah, I have some other really cool decks. I have like this awesome 8th house deck that I used to read with all the time because it's holographic. But what else was I going to do? Oh, we got new stuff in the mail. Babe, can I get the stickers? He's sitting on the floor. He's moderating, sitting on the floor. We got new merch in. And you guys saw the pins. So we have stickers now that you can purchase through us. If we can find them. And my Christmas cards came in. You guys want to see the Christmas cards too? Cute stuff. Did we not find it? In there? Okay. Can I get one of the bubble mailers? Fluffy has his own bubble mailer. He has his own packaging. Look how cute that is. It's not even a sticker. Like, you can see with the shine, it's like sublimated on there. Look how cute. And if, I don't think I saw Vodka Vamp in the chat, but if she catches this later, you're actually getting mailed one of these because, like, all your stuff had to, because we sent you a lot of stuff. More than the pins that you bought, you ended up with these. He also has his own paper tape. Where's the paper tape at? This was my favorite thing. I was having so much fun with it. Anyway, while he's getting that out, we now have magnets. Magnets for your fridge or your magnetic stuff. We have magnets and the holographic stickers. And I mean, you guys have seen the pins. So, and where's your holographic sticker fluff? Okay, over there. These are fluffy. You can really see how holographic they are. Ooh. So I have holographic ones. He has holographic ones, and then we have like the regular stickers. How neat, right? And then there's my little tarot and tea pin. You can kind of get a perspective for the size of them now. Like on the pictures that I showed, it was kind of hard. But who else has? PLE has pins too. You guys want to see PLE's pins? I ordered him some because I felt like it, and I had his graphics saved on my stuff. So because I had his saved, I can order pins for him. Y'all want to see him? Y'all want to see him? Looky! There's a little tiny pelvis. This one has the protective coating on it. That's why it's not as see-through. Hang on. I removed the protective layer off this one. Looky! So cute. So cute. It's so cute. I'm going to put it back in there. You want to see the paper tape? He has his own paper tape for packages. You put paper on your packages. Here. So yeah, that's the new merch that we have. And if you saw my planner I posted on Twitter, those were the two stickers that were on there. I was trying to see if anybody would notice. But yeah, so we have magnets for your magnetic-y stuff. Magnet. And then holographic stickers and regular stickers. And then the pins. So I've been a little bit lazy and I haven't priced things yet, but look how cool. These are really thick too. Like, I don't know if you can tell. You can hear the cardboardy sound. When I peeled the ones off and put them on my planner, I was surprised that they're kind of thick. So, are these thick? Let's find out. And the company we go through, they send us like all these awesome little samples and stuff too. So, we got to see the stickers ahead of time and things like that. I mean, they are kind of thick, but that's good, right? Like, to not have like super thin stickers. They're well made. Ooh. Look how cute. Look, it's a cute little fluffy. Ain't he cute as a sticker? He's cute in person too. But yeah, so you guys can, once I get more free time to actually sit and adjust pricing for things, we'll have the stickers available and stuff like that. And the pins are still, what was the pricing on the pins? I know they're 2 for $10.
Or 1 for 5. Or no.
Oh, it was 1 for $5, 2 for $10, but if you bought the set, you got free shipping. There you go. All right, now I remember. But yeah, so that's all of our goodies. Here you go. Put this away. And that, I think, is everything that I wanted to show and everything that is pertinent right now, I guess. The hubby's taking me and the girls on a date night, family date night, to go see the new Ghostbuster movie. If anybody's seen that, I heard it's good. So we're going to find out tonight if it's good or not. And that is it. I have to film the readings for each sign for the month of December. So those should be coming out within this week, if not sooner or later. And that is all. I'm sorry, I'm tired today. I'm always tired. Is anybody else like me and you're just always tired? I'm always tired. And I did have tea. Look at this cute cup. I got it at Disneyland. And it says, I run this castle. I do. Sometimes. When I'm properly motivated. All right, I'm drawing this out longer than it needs to be, but it was an absolute pleasure seeing everybody in the chat. Yes, I do see the chat rolling through my phone, but I don't concentrate on it, so I didn't say hi to everybody. And if you go back to the beginning of the video where I lay it out, I explained to you guys that when I'm doing readings, I pay attention to the reading. I focus my energy there. And so that doesn't mean that I'm lifting my head and I see the chat rolling, but I don't stop and read the comments and stuff like that. So I say hi to everybody. I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out to join us and watch me shuffle some cards and say what I think about them. And I thank all of my wonderful mods for all that they do, for greeting everybody, dropping links, and all that great stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please share this out if you would. And I will catch you all next time.